Today I want to talk you through some of my skincare travel essentials. I'm not at home at the moment. I am in a somewhat sunnier climate. I am in Gran Canaria visiting my parents, and I've got sort of a pared down skincare routine. It's probably still a lot of products to some people, but I know when I take these products with me wherever I travel, whatever I'm doing, I know they're going to see me through and I can rely on them and I know they work. So I thought I'd show you today the skincare products that I brought with me and the kind of products that I would take with me no matter where I was traveling. Really, these will see me through from a cold climate to a hot climate, and they're kind of multi-purpose products. So the first thing that is a must for me is a good SPF, and I wear SPF year round mainly because I don't want to get wrinkles, so I wear SPF sort of as a preventative thing. It's better to prevent aging than to spend a lot of money on serums and things that probably won't do as good a job. I use at least factor 20, 30 in the UK, and I definitely up it to 50 if I'm in a hot climate. Although I have been using this in England, it's not going to do you any harm to use a higher SPF than you need for the weather. So this would be my day cream no matter where I was travelling. If I was travelling to somewhere just a city break that's similar climate to England, or if I'm travelling somewhere hotter, obviously your SPF would change slightly, but I always use an SPF as my day cream. This one's from Apivita and it protects from UVA and UVB, which is really important if you're travelling, especially somewhere hot, but really in any country. You want to make sure that it's broad spectrum. Broad spectrum just means that it's going to protect you from UVA rays and UVB. So when the sun's shining on your face, there are two types of rays, UVA and UVB. One of them actually penetrates deep into the skin and can damage your skin, damage the tissue, and can cause skin cancer, and the other rays actually just go onto the surface and they will give you a suntan or burn your skin. But sometimes you don't have to be burned to have damage going on in your skin or for changes to be taking effect, which is why you need UVA and UVB. And a lot of BB creams, makeup products and things like that say they have an SPF 15 or an SPF 20. If you look at the label, it should say whether it's UVA, UVB or just one or the other, and it's really important that you're protected from both of them. So even if you're using something with an SPF in it, like a foundation or a BB cream, you still need to protect yourself and use something underneath or instead of that to make sure you're giving yourself proper protection. And I really like this because it's actually an anti-dark spot cream, and I do get dark spots like on my forehead. I get hyperpigmentation very easily on my face, and so it's really good to try and maintain an even skin tone, and I feel like this really helps. It's a really nice brand. I love Apivita, and they're quite natural ingredients. There are no silicones, parabens, if you're interested in that kind of thing. But even if you don't care about that, they're a really nice brand, and you can pick these up in M&S now as well as online, so I love a good SPF. Another product that I always take with me when I'm traveling or just have in my handbag in general is the Caudalie Beauty Elixir, and I've talked about this so many times on my channel. I've written blog posts dedicated to it, and honestly this is like crack to me. It really is very addictive. I really like this because it has a number of benefits, especially when you're traveling. So first of all, when you're actually traveling on a plane or on a train or driving or any kind of travel that makes you tired, it makes you feel a bit stuffy and you just feel like you're not getting fresh air, this is a real godsend because you can just spritz it on your face. I'm going to do it now actually. You ready? You ready for this? Breathe it in, and it's got menthol, like eucalyptus-y kind of scent to it. A lot of people hate the smell of this, but I love it. I get a real kick out of the smell of this. It's got peppermint, bitter orange, rosemary, balm mint, it's got grape extract, it's got a lot of products that are very kind of refreshing to your skin, and so instantly it gives you that kind of awake feeling. If you're feeling a bit hungover or something like that, or you're just on a plane and feeling a bit stuffy, this is a really good thing to just spritz on your face. It really does wake you up, and when you inhale it as well, it sort of wakes you up. But the thing that I love this for is keeping my skin clear. Now the rosemary in this helps to keep my skin clear. When I'm traveling, I feel like my skin suffers a little bit. Either you've been on the plane and you've got all those kind of germs and crap floating about in the air and you're not getting a lot of oxygen or fresh air, and then you can go to a different climate and you can be perhaps sweating or cold and you're using different water, you put in a lot of like sunscreen on, and some of that can go on your face, like an oilier sunscreen. There's a lot of different things when you're traveling that can cause you to break out or for your skin not to be so great, and the rosemary in this really helps to clear my skin up, and I feel like it makes a big difference. So I use this as my toner and like spritz it all over my face. I love this stuff. Another thing that's a must for me when I'm travelling is a good eye cream. And I'm not one to spend a lot of money on an eye cream because honestly I think it's a bit of a industry created thing that your eye needs a special cream. Like, you can get away with using, as long as it doesn't irritate you and you don't put it in your eye, I think you can get away with using your day cream on your eyes. But I do like using a separate eye cream sometimes, just because it's a nice step for me to do, and because I do like making sure my under eyes very moisturised, and if I find a nice formula that isn't too expensive and I like it, then I'll use it. But I don't think there's any real need to go and break the bank when it comes to eye cream if you've not got a lot to do. If you want to use something with a lot of age repairing retinol or anything like that, and you want to put that under your eyes and you've got a problem like aging that you want to target, then that's fine. But if you are, you know, sort of just younger and you just want to make sure your eye area is well looked after, you don't need to spend a lot of money. But I like to get something with good ingredients, and I feel like this Antipodes one is a good balance. It's the kiwi seed oil eye cream, and it's got avocado oil in there as well. Really nourishing, not too thick but thick enough to give a really good barrier underneath concealer and just prepare your eye for anything that you might put on there. And honestly I feel like a lot of eye creams will make all these claims, but realistically if you've got puffy under eyes, you know, it could be that you're eating too much salt, you're retaining water, you're stressed, you're not sleeping enough, and if you've got dark circles sometimes they can just be hereditary and there's not a lot you can do about it. So I think as long as you're moisturising and keeping it nourished, you don't need to go crazy with an eye cream, and take care of yourself, and hopefully at the end of your holiday you won't have the bags and the dark circles because you'll be less stressed. But the Antipodes one is light enough to be used in the day but also moisturising enough to be used at night, so I only need to take this with me, and I really love this brand. I just really enjoy using this. So a good eye cream just helps you feel a little bit more put together and a bit more taken care of. So we've got the daytime covered with my SPF, and that would always be my day cream, but when it comes to the evening obviously I want to amp it up a little bit and just nourish my skin a bit more, and I only tend to bring one product with me on holiday in terms of evening, and that is an oil. I think an oil can be used in so many different ways. I can use it on any patches like my elbows, my knees that might have got a bit dry. You can also maybe rub it on your heels if you've been walking around a lot, you've been in the sun, but obviously if you're taking a facial oil you will mostly use it on your face, although you could multitask and use it on the ends of your hair, on your cuticles. So I just think an oil is a really useful thing to take with you. I feel like if I'm using a good facial oil, I don't necessarily need to take a lot of serums and things that go underneath it. It can just be a very simple and like back to basics skincare routine. And also if I'm using an oil I feel like it's sort of pampering my skin. It makes me feel really zen and like I've had a little bit of a spa treatment, and I can massage it in. It negates the need for me to take a face mask with me. So realistically, is my skin going to go crazy if I don't use a face mask for 2 weeks? Probably not, especially if I'm really pampering it at night and kind of stimulating it and massaging it with a nice oil. So I don't bring a mask with me when I travel unless I had like a little sachet or something, or I decant on into a pot, but I didn't bother this time because I feel like this really just does it all. And this particular oil is from the Sanctuary Spa in Covent Garden. It's the Therapist's Secret Facial Oil, and it's really nice. I'm really enjoying using it. Another oil that I brought with me, and another Caudalie product, is the Divine Oil. This is a little travel one. I have the bigger one at home, and the Divine Oil is a multi-purpose oil. It's beautifully scented, it smells so good, and I always feel really sophisticated when I use this. But what I especially love about it is the fact that it's got a spray on it, so it's quite travel friendly. It also means you don't use more than you need to, but it's a lot easier to use when you're travelling. You've not got to worry about it spilling if the lid comes off, so it's a really good one. Even though it is glass, it's a good one to use for travel, and this smaller 50ml bottle is perfect for the amount that I need. You can spray this onto your hands and use it again, hair, face, although it is really strongly scented, a lot stronger than the oil that I've been using on my face. So I would just use this for body, hair, cuticles, that kind of thing. But it's a really great multi-purpose oil, and especially if you've been in the sun all day and been sunbathing and you've got a nice tan, or if you're going somewhere in the evening, really nice to just spray a little bit of oil on your chest or on your arms and your legs, and it just gives you a bit of a nice sheen. And if you've got a tan, it can just accentuate that, and you don't need to be carting sort of illuminating body products with you, because this kind of moisturises and does that for you as well. I don't know about you guys, but when I travel I might take one eye palette with me. I don't want to be taking a whole bunch of makeup with me, and also I generally can't be bothered to go crazy with my makeup when it comes to the evenings if I'm going out, so I tend to take different lip products with me and stick to the same eye routine, or if it's really hot just wear a bit of mascara and wear a statement lip, and I might take like a coral, a pink and a red so that I've got a variety. But if you want to wear a bold lipstick, or if you want to do things like that and you've been in the sun, or you've been in a cold environment, or you've been walking around all day, then you're going to need to take care of your lips. And so I always kind of make a point of looking after my lips if I'm on holiday, and to do that I use a scrub and a good lip balm. And the scrub that I'm using at the moment is actually a limited edition one that came from Lush at Christmas. Doesn't smell very Christmassy though, it smells like cola cubes, and it's the Santa's lip scrub. They have a lot of different ones, I'm sure you've encountered these in Lush before. They've got like bubblegum, they've got popcorn, mint one, but I thought I'd go and be festive and have a Christmassy one, even though now in the sunshine it seems a bit weird having a Christmas lip scrub. But you can just rub this on, exfoliate your lips, make sure they're nice and smooth, and then I like to treat them with my favourite lip balm, which is the Nuxe Reve Miel. This is really great because it's quite matte, so if you put this on it's a good base for a lipstick and the lipstick can kind of stick to it, unlike some lip balms like Vaseline that would just make your lipstick slide around your lips. This does actually, providing you don't use too much, it does keep your lipstick in place, which is really good, but it's also very nourishing, very moisturising, and therefore I use it at night. I put a bit on in the morning before I put my SPF, and I usually take a separate SPF lipstick with me, but I did forget it this time, so I've just been taking the sunscreen onto my lips and it's been fine. There is one more product that I take with me which kind of sees me through any emergency that I might have, because you never know when you're travelling if you are going to get sunburned, if you're going to get a bit chapped in terms of your skin, if you're walking around all day and you're outside in the elements, or if you do have a reaction to anything in your new environment, like something that's been washed like the bedding, or you might have a reaction to the new water. So there is one product that I take with me that just kind of eliminates the need for panic, and it is the Clarins Skin Beauty Repair Concentrate SOS treatment for sensitive skin. This is really good if you do have a reaction, if anything flares up. It's a serum formulation and you can just smooth it over any affected areas. If you've got a bit burned on your nose, it just helps your skin to heal a bit quicker, repairs it, repairs the surface of your skin so that it can do what it needs to do underneath. And if I don't need it, like thankfully on this holiday I haven't had any sunburn, I haven't had any problems, but if I don't need to use it, it's not wasted space. It is very small to begin with, so it's very easy to pack, but also this can double up as an intense serum just for a bit more hydration, a bit more nourishment. So some evenings I'll just put this on underneath my facial oil at night, and again it just gives my skin a bit of a pamper without needing to worry about packing a mask or packing anything like that. So those are my skincare essentials when I travel, although the eye cream might change sometimes, the SPF might change if I'm trying new ones. The core products, an oil, a good body oil, a good SPF, all stay the same. So those are kind of the components that I always make sure I've got with me. I've also done a blog post to go along with this video, so if you want to check it out below, you can read a little bit more about the products, and I've linked where to buy them all as well, so I'll link that below. If you want to see any more of what I've packed, let me know, and I will do a video showing you the makeup that I brought with me. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that, and I will film that for you as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.